Hey everybody, Tessa Q here talking about sober dating. So the question came up recently, right? Been on 6 dates, we've been on activity dates, we've gotten to know each other, and now it looks like we're moving towards intimacy, which is a really wonderful, exciting time. And how do I do this? So this goes back to the conversations I've had with you all on I have absolutely got to have a higher power of my understanding. Here's the example. I have body dysmorphia. I cannot see my body. I look in the mirror and I see someone who's 300 pounds. I've got to have a God of my understanding that can go into dressing rooms with me. That is a pocket-sized God that can go anywhere I want to go, and I call my higher power God. I also need a higher power that can go with me into the bedroom, because that is going to be where I feel most vulnerable and insecure. And I can picture her in the room with me. And in fact, that has been very, very helpful for me as I sober dated and got into a relationship and moved in with someone and began to share a bed with someone. I had to have my higher power with me. And this has to be a higher power of my understanding. Here's why this is so important. The first decade of my recovery, I had a higher power of my church. I was raised in the Episcopalian church. I had a white Anglo-Saxon bearded male higher power, and that worked in some situations, but around menopause, when my body changed, and our bodies are going to change, we're going to age, and we're going to allow a partner, an intimate partner, to know us, not just naked, but know us and who we really are, warts and all. The analogy I like is the stained glass, right? The broken glass that gets put back together by God and made into a beautiful mosaic of stained glass. And that's how the light can get through that's how the light can shine through me. But I needed a higher power of my understanding. And as I had these conversations with my sponsor, I realized that I could take my higher power most places, but I could not take my higher power into the bedroom. I could not take my higher power into a fitting room and try and figure out if pants fit me. So I burned down my higher power. And that was really scary for a couple months. But I had faith. And I had faith because other people told me they had done this and it had worked. And my higher power rose like a phoenix and returned into my life in a completely different manifestation and a completely different relationship. She's my co-pilot. We have a completely different relationship. And I have that higher power that I can take with me absolutely anywhere. So how am I going to do this? How am I going to do the intimacy? And the last thing I'm going to say to you is this. If you're in recovery, if you're involved in SLA work, you came in for a reason. You came in because what you were doing was not working. The disease is doing push-ups in the background, just waiting for sober dating, And it was tempting for me to go back to all of my past behaviors when I started to sober date that didn't work. Only the problem with doing the same thing over and over again that doesn't work and expecting different results is that's insanity, right? So I've got to do all new behaviors, mostly centered on me and my relationship with me and me and my relationship with my higher power. So higher power of my understanding. And I'm going to leave you with that. Sober dating, y'all, you can do it. If I can do it and I'm married and in a happy relationship, you can do it too.